Chapter 4, Between Light and Shadow. Somewhere beyond the trees. Horn blaring. The long, haunting blast echoed through the whispering woods. Another answered. Closer. The Royal Patrol. The stranger's expression immediately hardened. Hurry, we must go. They're here sooner than expected. Elara stepped forward, ignoring Rowan's hand on her arm. You said you're my sister. I did. I've never seen you before. No. I don't even know your name. My name is Selene. The name stirred something deep inside Elara. Not a memory. A feeling. Like hearing the final note of a song she'd forgotten long ago. Selene studied her carefully. You look just like Mother. Elara's breath caught. My mother. Before Selene could answer, another horn sounded. This time, it was so close that birds burst from the trees. Voices followed. They came from this direction. Search every trail. Don't let the Shadow Fae escape. Rowan looked toward the forest. There are dozens of them. More than that, Nessa whispered. Elara closed her eyes. Without meaning to, she reached into the shadows surrounding the watchtower. The darkness answered. She felt boots striking the forest floor. Armor scraping against branches. The quick heartbeat of fluttering hummingbird wings. There were at least 50 soldiers. And something else. One presence felt different. Calm. Patient. Watching. Whoever it was wasn't searching. They already knew exactly where she was. Elara opened her eyes. They know. Selene nodded grimly. They always send him. Him. The hunter. A flicker of fear crossed the faces of the hidden Shadow Fae. It was the first emotion Elara had seen from any of them. Whoever this hunter was. Even Shadow Fae feared him. The first arrows flew seconds later. One embedded itself in the trunk of the watchtower. Another shattered against a nearby rock. A commanding voice echoed through the trees. By order of Queen Aurelia. Lay down your weapons. The Shadow Fae known as Elara is to be taken alive. Rowan blinked. Well, they learned your name quickly. Nessa elbowed him. This isn't the time. Selene stepped beside Elara. Listen carefully. She crouched, placing one hand against the forest floor. The whispering woods remember every Shadow Fae who has ever walked beneath its branches. The darkness beneath her fingertips rippled. They can protect us. How? You must trust them. I don't even understand my powers. You don't need to. You only need to listen. Selene stood. Close your eyes. Arrows continued to rain around them. The guards were getting closer. Rowan stared in disbelief. Now? Yes, now. Elara hesitated only a moment. Then she closed her eyes. Immediately, the whispers returned. Not frightening this time. Gentle. Hundreds of voices. Some old. Some young. Some she somehow recognized. We remember. Child of Shadow. Walk with us. Cold spread beneath her bare feet. Not unpleasant. Comforting. The forest floor seemed to disappear. Darkness curled around her ankles before climbing higher, wrapping gently around her arms like ribbons. Elara opened her eyes. Every shadow in the clearing had connected. Tree to tree. Rock to rock. Root to root. The entire forest had become one living network of darkness. Selene smiled. You see it now. I can feel all of it. You are touching the shadow weave. The what? The gift that only our bloodline possesses. Before Elara could ask another question, a soldier burst into the clearing. There. He froze. His eyes widened. He wasn't looking at Elara. He was staring at the shadows beneath her feet. They're moving. The darkness surged. Not violently. Purposefully. The soldier stumbled backward as black vines of living shadow rose from the ground, wrapping around his legs. He shouted for help. Within seconds, 3 more guards rushed into the clearing. The shadows caught them too. Not harming them. Only holding them. Selene looked at Alara. You did that. I didn't mean to. The forest did. She smiled. It simply listened to its queen. Alara's stomach dropped. I'm not a queen. No. Selene's voice softened. But your blood remembers one. The words hung in the air. Then every shadow fae in the forest turned toward the same direction. Their expressions changed instantly. From calm to alarm, Selene whispered a single word. Run. The shadows released the soldiers. Not because the danger had passed. Because something worse had arrived. The trees fell silent. Even the whispers disappeared. A lone figure stepped into the clearing. Unlike the royal soldiers, he wore no shining armor. His cloak was charcoal gray. His face was hidden beneath a hood. At his side rested a long sword forged from black metal that seemed to swallow the moonlight. He stopped several yards away. He looked directly at Alara. Then, for the first time since her powers awakened, the shadows around her recoiled. They were afraid. The hooded hunter spoke only 3 words. I've found you. And somehow, Alara knew he wasn't talking only to her. He had been searching for the shadow fae for a very, very long time.